The full marathon Malaysian men open category is Muhaizar Muhammad. His time is 2 hours 35 minutes and 56 seconds. For full marathon Malaysian women's open is Yuan Yu Fang, who clocks in 3 hours 22 minutes. Congratulations on your achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to open the floor for questions. Please raise your hand so my colleague can hand you the microphone. For the benefit of our panelists, kindly introduce yourself and the organization you represent and state the person's name you are directing your question to. So any media? Any questions? Yeah, please raise your hand. Yes.
Sorry, wait.
Hello, question for Yuan Yu Fang. You've been in the scene for quite a while, and we know that you take part in different type of running events, marathon and so on. So what keeps you going all this year until veteran category? Go ahead.
First, I really like to thank for Sidang our CEO, and really for the very professional the organizer. I run many times the marathon. The Standard Chartered is right. I can say that is really can compare the international. I run a Benin Beach run. That is the different standard. I think the Standard Chartered that is the best. So today I really enjoy my run. I registered for the Open Woman. It's not a retraining because I think I can do it. So I hope next year I come here again because Standard Chartered give me the chance. Standard Chartered is best. I love them very much. So I love to run.
Okay, thank you.
Next question. Alright, I have one question to Raina. How do you think the management and the organization of the overall event went today?
I don't want to talk about went because the race is still ongoing. Yeah, I can talk about the good things once the event is over. But what we have seen so far and what I've heard so far, I've seen a lot of happy faces. I have heard a lot of good things from our runners. So basically I'm very happy as of now. I'm still cautious until the last runner is back. And only then we have a final, or I can have a final statement and relief and good feeling. But I think so far was good.
Right. Any question from the media? I have, sorry.
Okay, question for Mr. Mahendra. How do you see the role of corporate bodies in Malaysia in supporting the sports industry locally to boost our sports level among our runners? Go ahead.
So I just want to start by saying that it's the comments like the ones that were made by this great champion on this table that actually encourages us to keep going. So it's amazing, and thank you very much for that. To the organizers, I think this has been yet another very successfully organized marathon as we've had in the previous 8 years. This is the 9th edition. We're going to be back next year. And you know, for us, for a bank that has been here for 142 years, it's all about endurance and perseverance. And in many ways, the marathon actually typifies all of those values and behaviors. And actually, for us to be associated with such an iconic event, such as the KL Marathon, which is now, you know, very much firmly on the sporting calendar of Malaysia, we're just very proud to be associated with it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mahendra. Since you are on the topic of marathon, will Standard Chartered be back as the title sponsor and partner of the marathon next year?
Well, next year for sure. We're going to be back, and we hope that working with Dirigo and Reina in particular, that it's going to be bigger and better.
Sounds good. Bigger and better. All right. Any question from?
Hi, my name is Julie, a running brother. May I know for 2018, do you have a date for it so that you can start training for now?
Of course. The letter has been sent. We have not received approval yet for the date, although it looks promising. But that's all I'm going to tell. No, we will launch KL Marathon 2018 so hopefully soon. And it's going to be around the same period. And so you can gossip a little bit in your blogs. Ramadan is always coming 2 weeks closer, so it's not going to be around the 20th of May anymore. But that's all for now.
Thank you, Reina.
Hi, my name is Max. I'm from Ride With Me. The question is to Muhaiza. My question is to Muhaiza. Bagaimana prestasi anda hari ini? And then apakah harapan anda untuk SEA Games?
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih kepada ibu bapa saya yang banyak mendorong saya dan kawan-kawan semua lah. Saya daripada Persatuan Sukarasa ATM. Yang saya buat ni 2035 memang saya target masuk semua, harap dapat masuk qualified SEA Games untuk Ogos ni.
Okay.
Lari ni sangat rasa okey lah, sangat happy lah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Is it the Standard Chartered KL Marathon will be same venue on next year?
Yeah, it is the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. So KL is Kuala Lumpur, it's the city of Malaysia, it's the capital of Malaysia. And yes, it will be held in Kuala Lumpur, of course. Standard Chartered KL Marathon in the meantime is a brand, well known, and for a lot of seasoned runners and also local runners, they consider it their homegrown event. Looking at the two bloggers here, since I touched down in 2009, they're really part of this whole family, and it's going to be Kuala Lumpur for 100%.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Reina, this question is to you. Next year is the 10-year anniversary of the Standard Chartered Marathon. So what are the things that can be expected for the runners?
Well, on one hand, Muhaiza will run below 2:30 next year. Right. No, we were trying, this year we had some activities for the runners on the highways. Also our partners, Standard Chartered, had a cool zone, Lucozade had a cheering zone. Our partners getting really involved in activities along the route, which makes it more interesting for the runners. I think we want to beef that up a little bit. Yeah, it's not really the Standard Chartered music to run Kuala Lumpur. It's going to be the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. It's a performance event, but we will have some additional features to the event as well. I can't say too much since we are still waiting for certain approvals what to do, but we we hope we can have a fantastic experience for the runners next year. We could roll out.
What about the runners or the amount of runners, the number of runners?
Well, you have seen it. We have been 35,000 for the past 2 or 3 years. This year was 36,000. South America is packed. And, you know, it's for us, for Standard Chartered and for Diego, and again for you as well. This is the last venue you are in. Yeah, from here you go home. If it's all the way jammed here, unpleasant, you go home with a bad feeling. We want to try to give the best experience to the runners possible, and therefore we have to sacrifice the big numbers, 40,000, 50,000, what have you, but trying to be quality.
Is that possible to do 2 events like 10K on Saturday and full marathon on Sunday?
Malaysia boleh.
Sorry, my question was like...
everything is possible.
Yeah, in overseas, they usually have the 10K, the shorter distance on Saturday and the full marathons on the Sunday. So, is that happening?
Well, I wouldn't deny that I didn't toy with that idea. But you also need to bear in mind that Kuala Lumpur is a very big, busy city. Public transport is not as extensive as in other countries, where people can commute with public transport and don't interfere with any running event on a Saturday or a Sunday. So we need to cater for both. Yeah, we need to be friends with 2.8 million citizens, but also a 35,000 runners. So we need to balance this a little bit. And final say in all those matters, we'll always have the city, the police, because they need to manage all the traffic, and it's not up to us. I mean, we can come up with a wish list, and then let's see what happens.
This is here right now. Off track a little bit to Obo Run, which has just been announced on the 1st of October, which is going to be held in KL2. We don't see any conflict. There is another so-called KL Marathon happening because we always consider SCKLM as the one and only KL Marathon for runners.
Well, I hope that the Standard Chartered KL Marathon will always be number 1 for the runners in Kuala Lumpur. I cannot comment on One Belt, One Road marathon on 1st of October. I'm not involved. I'm not in the Malaysian Federation. I've seen the news about this event. I cannot comment on that any further. But I believe that we have built a brand and runners know what we deliver. And we try to get better and better every year. So I'm not too worried about any other sporting or running event in the country or in Kuala Lumpur itself. It's even, the more running events you have, the more runners can participate. The healthier Malaysia gets at the end. It's just important that those running events are professionally organized, with passion, and then I'm fine with anything.
Thank you very much, Raina. I have a question for Mr. Mahendra. The bank has been a strong partner for the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. Could you tell us more about the role of the bank plays in organizing the marathon?
So, I have to say I can't take very much of the credit for organizing the marathon. That really does go to Dirigo and Reina. But I think, as Reina was mentioning in the background, we too are very active participants in sort of the idea generation around the sort of things that we can do around this great event. And I think Standard Chartered is always looking for a way to make this exciting for our runners, safe for our runners, and for people to associate this particular event, which is a really iconic event now in Malaysia, with the Standard Chartered brand. As I said, we've been here for 142 years. This is about our commitment to the community, and to all of the wonderful charitable causes that we support through this event. So we raise a lot of money, and I want to thank again all the contributors because this is about giving back to the community as well. It's not just about a sporting event, it's a great sporting event, it's also about putting back to the community.
Thank you very much.
Saya nak cakap terima kasih kepada Rena sebab dia dah bawa saya daripada 2014 dan dengan Dirigo event melatih dengan coach Mak Wheeler dan saya follow latihan tu sampai sekarang. Alhamdulillah saya makin maju lah. Terima kasih dengan Rena.
Thank you, Mohaizer. It goes back to 2014 when we had this Dirigo training program leading up to the Standard Chartered Care Marathon 2014. Mohaizer had a best time of 2:49 something within 12 weeks. I mean, he has an amazing talent. Within 12 weeks training, he finished the Care Marathon in 2:41. So since then, I'm actually a fan of him and how talented he is. So yeah, good job, great done. Great job.
Good job, good job. Right. Any more questions? Right.
Okay, soalan untuk Mohaizer. So sekarang ni qualify untuk SEA Games kan? SEA Games 2017. Akan masuk SEA Games ke? Dah confirm ke macam mana?
Itu saya tak pasti lagi lah sebab tu daripada KOM lah, tapi saya harap dapat lah.
Tapi beyond SEA Games ada
sebab SEA Games dekat Malaysia, jadi timing saya buat kat Malaysia 2:35. Kalau ikut timing di luar negara memang boleh buat laju.
So beyond SEA Games ada acara bagus ke yang Mohaizer nak target? Asian Games ke?
Target untuk SEA Games ini dulu lah. Saya cuba buat sampai tengok kalau dapat.
All the best, eh?
Okay.
Thank you very much. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end today of today's press conference. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon 2017 and Media Center team, we would like to thank you for joining us and your active participation today. For any interview opportunity or queries, kindly approach Mr. Student or the PR team who are standing by at the back, and the team will be happy to assist you. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.